Lydell Rhodes, Fight Week Las Vegas. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Shoot, it's good to see Vegas back alive. Shoot, there's a bunch of people out here for Pacquiao Ugas, so it's cool.
Now, Manny Pacquiao, Yordenis Ugas. It's a real interesting fight. You know Manny really well. You've shared the ring with him. What do you think about just if you could take me back to when you really first met him and everything?
2014 was my first camp, and shoot, it was like the homie Sean Gibbons hit me up. You know, he works with Manny, does all the stuff for MP Promotion and stuff. And he hit me up, was like, hey, you got a good style for Bradley and everything. So he's like, you want to come out? You know, because he originally from Oklahoma, where I'm from, so they helped me get the opportunity. Came out there and met Manny, a great dude, and even better human being, than he is a boxer. But not gonna lie, like the whole trip over there, I'm nervous and a mother, man, the whole time, thinking like, man, Manny be knocking people out, this and that, like, and a couple people too. I ain't gonna like name no name, but they told me not to do it. Like, shoot, it was like, Manny sparring someone like that could ruin your career if you get caught, this and that. So, the whole trip, I went to the Philippines and stuff. So the whole time I got a long, like 17-hour flight over there. I'm thinking, just brace myself, getting ready and stuff for Manny. But yeah, but met him, everything was cool. Sparring was great.
Okay, so you went straight to the Philippines, or not to LA first?
Yeah, so I went to LA and they expedited me a passport. So he changed my life too. Before I was like, a lot of people never really been out of the country doing nothing like that. So they flew me to LA from Vegas, flew me out there to LA. I got the passport in one day and flew me to the Philippines. Ever since then, I love going out of the country. So she's been trying to get stamps on my passport ever since then.
Was this which Bradley fight? The first, second, or third?
Second.
Okay, what year? Like 2014. Okay, what was it like in the Philippines when you went there? Just the culture, everything.
You're a celebrity. He's an icon. So the next thing upon the icon is like a celebrity. So I was a celebrity. Like, I remember I was in a nice hotel, waking up every day, and I'm on the news. I go downstairs, and like security and the people who let you in the hotel, they had newspapers, and I'm on the newspaper for being his sparring partner and stuff. They're like, you're a sparring mate, you're a sparring mate. And so people want pictures, autographs, whatever, So he's so big that anybody associated with him is a celebrity.
Tell me the workup between Manny. What's it like sharing the ring with him?
Shoot, it's great. He's not like a lot of fighters and stuff, because he doesn't go like super hard and try and kill you. So you learn a lot. Like, he's not gonna go, baby you and stuff like that. But he's also, if he gets you in a bad situation, he's not gonna try and finish you and stuff like that. So to me, it's the perfect situation to get better. You're learning distance, range. My biggest thing was my mental focus. Where I can be doing real good in sparring for like 2 or 3 rounds, but with him, I might lose focus, think about, looking at people outside the ring, listen to other people talking. So I did it sometimes in fights, but then with him, it made me stay sharp, because if you lose focus with him, even when he's not trying to hurt you, he can hurt you, because he hits so hard and he's so quick and stuff like that. But everything, he taught me a lot. So, yeah.
Gotcha. What about just other things stand out about him as far as maybe his characteristics? Because he seemed always like a good guy to the team and his people around him. And his people of the Philippines, like, just there's reasons for they celebrate him. He's a great guy.
Like, he's opposite of, I would say, like me and a lot of fighters I know. Like me, when I get in training camp, I'm kind of like in, almost like I don't know, just a savage mode. Like, want to be by myself, don't want people around. I'm mean, I want to fight. Like him is like he's opposite. He wants people around him. That motivates him. When people around him, especially his people, is up. So he's real inviting. He wants people around him and stuff like that. And he's a man of his people and fights for the Philippines, and all his family and friends and stuff. So it's super dope to be around that kind of energy and that aura. It's different from a lot of camps. It's almost like you can feel the hostility and tension and stuff, where people feel like they going to war. Him, it's like it's celebration. He has people around him, so it's all fun. He still handles his business, but it's all smiles and everyone enjoys itself.
And you sparred him again too at a second camp?
Oh yeah, we did. We done like 3 or 4, I think. Yeah, no, 3. I've been a few of his camps and sparring, but I sparred 3 camps, the whole camps with him.
Okay. Well, the other one, Adrian Broner, fight too.
Broner, yeah.
What was it like going back? Was that in LA?
Yeah. LA, I got to go to the Philippines again as well too. So it was like, dope going over there for, a month at a time and then going to LA. So and then with him and his team, it's like you're like a family with them where they're the people that they say hi to you one time, they'll say hi to you every time they see you and stuff like that. But going to the Philippines was cool. I got real close and real tight with his people and stuff like that. Then LA, is a same kind of vibe and stuff like that. His LA people and stuff is real dope and stuff like that. But it's cool. And then, it's just a lot more rounds and a lot more time being around him and get to, see how a champion trains and behaves. And it's cool.
Got you. Now, what about his fight with Ugas? Give me a breakdown. What did you think, first off, Manny, when he beat Keith Thurman? What was your thoughts going into that fight? Because a lot of people didn't think he'd win that fight. What do you think?
Yeah, you actually interviewed me for that fight.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think Manny going to drop him. But I thought there was a chance Manny could stop him. But I was for sure, I thought Manny was going to win. He got the win. And the only thing that I didn't see was Keith Thurman showed me a lot more dog. He had a lot more in him than I thought. Like, because Thurman, usually when he fights people, like, don't get me wrong, because Thurman is so good that he hasn't really had to, like, dig deep. Even when he got hurt with, like, body shots, a few fights.
Yeah.
I never seen Thurman, besides, the Sean Porter fight, he dug deep in that one, because it was a brawl. But, like, someone who could be physically better than him, beat him to the punch, how would he respond? And to me, like, he showed me something on the back end of the fight that he has in him, that dog and stuff. Because usually, when he gets hurt with body shots, then he quits becoming like one time and he turned to a boxer. He moves and can box good.
Yeah.
But with Manny, after he got dropped in the first round and was losing, and the back end of the fight, he came and started walking Manny down and was doing good things. But Manny's Manny, and he built up so much of a lead, I think, the first beginning of the fight that, he could coast to a victory. But yeah.
Got you. What about Yordenis Ugas? That's a really tough fighter who's just been on the rise, and in Vegas, a lot of us have seen the work he's put in. So it's interesting to see him as the opponent. But what do you think of that fight?
First off, man, I'm gonna say someone like Ugas. He motivates me for someone like we kind of were in the same position where at one point in time had a little hype behind us and stuff, and then caught a couple L's, and then career got stalemated and stalled out for a bit. Where I just seen I think PBC posted or whatever, but he went and got a job like in New Jersey and stopped for a couple years and something. Like my career kind of been on hold for a little bit, but the thing is, like, I've been grinding. Like me right now, I'm better than I ever been and stuff. My bad, the interview's not about me, it's about him, but he motivated me like that because his career stopped, and now look at him. He's a world champion fighting Manny Pacquiao, about to make huge money in a huge significant fight in Las Vegas. That's motivation for any fighter, who's been down and out for a little bit, but so you can't count on a guy like that. It's a Cinderella man, so you can't count him out, that type of story. But then again, he's fighting Manny Pacquiao, and I think Manny's going to beat him to the punch, early and often. But then it's going to be the thing, how will Manny be able to keep that same consistency and that pace up, now that he's older, at the back half of the fight, when Ugas, physically bigger dude and a physically strong man, is he going to be able to keep Ugas off of him? In the earlier rounds, I think Pacquiao will, but in the late rounds, we'll be able to. I still got Pacquiao winning the fight, but it could be, a landslide for Pacquiao, or in the back half, it kind of really depends on Manny, for me.
What about, should he fight on and maybe face Spence or Crawford? What do you think? If he wins,
it's hard because different people have different opinions on things. Some people think whenever someone retires you, that like, oh, he fought too long, your legacy isn't the same. And then some feel like he built up and cemented his legacy, that even if he catches the L and is forced to retire down the road, then he still was a great champion and one of the greatest of all time, if not the best resume of all time. So to me, shoot, if he does good, I know he'll do good in the first half of the fight. If he can keep it up in the whole fight, not let the younger man, get any momentum at the end of the fight, then keep doing it. But I feel he's gonna win, so he should keep on boxing. But I feel like this fighter tells a lot. If he if that 2 year break was good or bad, if it let him rejuvenate his body, or if his 2 years are getting older. So I still feel he'll win either way, but that didn't play a big part. But I still think he should fight on either way because I feel like he's going to win.
All right, last question. Who are some other top fighters you shared the ring with, and some of the best fighters?
Man, one dude who he just fought and he catches bad break after bad break after bad break, and he's one of the best fighters I've ever been in the ring with is Devin Alexander, man. Like,
oh yeah,
dude is talented. Even right now, you know, like he just kind of lost, but first round he tore his bicep and stuff. Like, I don't know if a lot of people knew that, but tore his bicep. But dude was sharp, got popped, super fast. Like when he punches the combination, all of them are fast. Like, dude is a real problem.
Oh, yeah.
Even like, you know, at this stage of his career, I think if his body doesn't, you know, let him down like he did the last fight and all that stuff, you know, if he can get everything together, he's a problem, you know. But he was, at one point in his career, he definitely was a problem. But you got someone like him and another dude, you know, who should have been something, but kind of, you know, had weight problems or whatever it was that why he stopped fighting with Frankie Gomez.
Oh man, yeah.
One of the best dudes, like, that I shared a ring with. It's like me and a bunch of upcoming. I don't spar super hard, but sometimes, you know, when you get like that little ego, like, all right, I'm gonna pick it up on someone. Frankie is probably one of the only young dudes that, like, when I picked it up, he picked it up and was able to match me. And sometimes, like, when I'm in, because, you know, a lot of times we spar people, you might not be in top shape. You know, you might not be in fight shape and ready, but he's one of the only people, like, I was in fight shape, in top shape, and when we spar, like, there'll be some days that he still get the better of me, and other days it'll be even, and some days maybe I get the better of him. You know, it's like that, where as far as like other people, when I spar them, I'm like, when I get in like top shape, I know I can get the better of him. But Frankie Gomez, he's a damn dog, man. Like,
Great stuff, bro.
He had it.
Great stuff. Great catching up, man. We'll be talking to you soon, brother. Enjoy the